it's a new day and welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to take you guys along today. It's just gonna be a casual vlog. Actually right now I'm getting ready to head out the door to run some errands. I'm first gonna be stopping at a Amish bulk food store. I don't actually have a grocery list. It's more of like a treasure hunt when you go there because you never know what they're gonna have. But the whole reason I'm going there is because I'm gonna be in that area for something else that I can't tell you about yet. Well, I'll tell you about it this evening when Josh is around. As you saw by the title, we have some big news, but I want Josh to be there for that. So that'll be happening later on. But yeah, right now, trying to get out the door, grabbing my little picnic blanket because they come in so handy. I think we might end up having just like a little picnic lunch on the road, or maybe we'll be back in time for lunch. I don't know yet. You never know how errand running is gonna go. But yeah, it's like a gloomy spring day today. I mean, the sun's coming out now, but it's a little chilly. So I'm just wearing a really classic outfit. I wore my jean jacket and my black Lennox that I designed with Inherent Clothing Company, which they just restocked them, I believe. But I thought it's so classic to make it a little more special. I put a hair tie in. But yeah, today's gonna be a fun vlog. Let's get going. Peaceful? It means it's not crazy and chaotic. It's like calm and relaxing. Does that make sense? So discount stores and surplus stores and bulk food is definitely a thing that you find very commonly here in Lancaster County, and I didn't realize how much of a blessing that was until I started having to shop for a family. Now, this grocery store presents a few challenges. One, it does not have a bulk section, which is honestly one of my favorite parts of a lot of the Amish and Mennonite owned grocery stores. And this one presented kind of a challenge as well because whenever there is like a surplus store, there'll be a lot of dates that you need to check, especially in the condiment section. And maybe that's not really something you take into consideration, but just for me and my family, I guess my thoughts are, I often am cooking for other people. I want the flavor to be there, you know? And I know a lot of things aren't gonna kill you or make you sick just because they're out of date, but for the most part, I do like to stay within date on things, especially since I like to do some backstock too. So if it's already outdated when I put it on my shelf and then I don't use it for a couple more months, it just feels like it's old food. I don't know, that's just me. I'm definitely not above it or anything, but I just feel more hospitable buying fresh food as much as possible. So the boys were with me today and I had no grocery list because it's just kind of a treasure hunt. You don't know what you're gonna find. We started out with getting a few different produce items that were right there by the front, and I hadn't had pears in a while, so I was excited for those. And then as we traveled on, there was lots of like grocery carts piled full of random things. And I think you're gonna kind of see a theme as we go through here, and that is odd flavors. It is closeout stuff, it is surplus, it's things that stores cannot get rid of. So I'll talk more about this at the end, but just keep that theme in mind as we go throughout the store, and I'll give you some thoughts. My kids love these instant Quaker oats, and so I bought another box of those. I know they're not the best, and I do make a lot of fresh baked oatmeal, but these are great in a pinch. And these chocolate chips, I was delighted. I was sure they were gonna be out of date, but nope, they were not. So I stocked up on, I think I got 8 packages of them. Between me and Fletcher, we just piled that cart full of them, and we'll just store them in our freezer. Ancient grain pretzels, I just was sure we would not eat that whole tub, even though I'm sure they're good for you. They have various medicines, a whole drink section here, and juices that a lot of them were out of date. Again, could have bought them, but I'm not a juice girl, really. Look at these odd flavors of cake kits. Cocoa Pebble cakes. I did get these Izzy's. I was really curious what they would taste like a fizzy apple juice. I figured that's something that might be good when we're camping. And I did get some LaCroix, whatever you want to call it. Guys, honey. Honey was one of my favorite things I bought today. I found these here. It says all natural honey on the back. All it says is contained honey. I like to use local honey, especially in the spring, but I usually just mix a smaller amount of that in with some other honey. So I actually really stocked up here. I found another section of raw honey and I got one of these just to try because I wasn't sure what the flavor would be like. But yeah, I was really tickled, and honey is one of those items that you don't have to worry about it going out of date. You can always remelt it. Pancake mix, look at this, guys. Yuck, I should have got this, but I like to make my own waffles from scratch, so didn't get any of that there. And now we're at the famous condiment aisle. I just pretty much avoided it. I tried for like 3 minutes to find something in date because it's always fun to try a new hot sauce or like a marinade, but we didn't get any of it. It was just like a scavenger hunt, and everything that I pulled off the shelf was definitely pretty far out of date. I grabbed another bottle of avocado oil. I've been trying to switch out my seed oils for more healthy options, and we've been liking avocado oil. It doesn't have too much of a flavor. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. You want me to do it again? What? You want me to do it again? It's silly boy, you're having me wreck into stuff. All done. Miller. This is his new game. He loves for me to tickle him, and I think tickling is torture, but he just loves it. I would have got these pork and beans here from Campbell's, but Josh says Bush's is the only baked beans he likes, so I didn't buy those. Got some dog treats, and here is another aisle they have where you just literally can pile through boxes. This is uncommon, I will say. For Lancaster County, you don't see this too often, where you just dig through boxes. I do not buy sunscreen outdated. Definitely don't do it. I almost always throw out the sunscreen from the year before because it just doesn't work. Like, I've learned too many times. We were just in DC in the spring here and my children got burned because I used the sunscreen from last year. I just feel like the active ingredients are not good anymore. This is actually one of my favorite brands for kids sunscreen, and this section here is just very interesting. If I didn't have the boys with me, I would have pawed through it for sure. Things are close to expiring here, a lot of them. Some of them were outdated. It's face stuff, whatever. I picked up some toothpaste. Yeah, I think it would just be fun to kind of go through things, but again, if it's outdated, do the active ingredients still work? I don't know. It's a gamble, but I'm not saying I wouldn't have bought something if I had the time to paw around a little more. A big giant snack section they had here. Again, I was missing the bulk food section. I thought they would have that, but nope, I did not see anything, or maybe it was just a really busy day. Maybe there's a small section that I missed. I did pick up these Stacy's pita chips because they look great, and a big box of Go-Gurts that we like to store in the freezer. The kids love to eat them half slushy. They're not that healthy, I know, but it's better than giving them ice cream. I don't know, that's kind of how my brain works. I couldn't really tell if their paper towel was any better priced than at Walmart. It looked about the same to me. Their spice section, again, I didn't really need much, but definitely buy your spices as in date as possible because, at least for me, it takes a while to go through one. And they had my favorite country gravy mix here, and I had to buy up at least, I think I got 4 or 6 packs of this stuff. I love to add it to sausage gravy, and I think I've shared this recipe before on my channel. So good. Just use country gravy mix instead of flour when you're making your sausage gravy. And then again, things like this that were not really in season, you know, I'm not really thinking hot chocolate right now. Again, they had a bunch of pizzas and stuff. Their whole freezer section was pretty much outdated. I just kind of picked off the top and looked at things, and I mean, I didn't really need any of this stuff anyway, so I just left it. One of our favorites is Dippin' potato chips, and of course, these waffle pretzels make great little chocolate pretzel wafer snacks. They did have a deli section. It wasn't super stocked, but I picked up some cheese, and yeah, there was a whole section in their freezer that was just looked like stuff was literally dumped. Again, a great scavenger hunt if you're in the mood. I had the kids with me and I had other places to go. I just didn't dig around too much, but I'm sure there would have been some gems in here if I had looked, especially if they freeze things before they go out of date. I feel like you can get away with a lot more. Oh my, and then the register did not go very well. You never know what you're gonna get with kids at the register. It's just like very crazy busy. And I go to Aldi, so I should be used to the crazy chaotic register system. But today, they were real winners, if I do say so myself. I just tried to stay calm, cool, and collected and remind myself that children will be children. Yeah, it wasn't as smooth as sometimes. But hey, they did great with the actual shopping portion of it, so that is good. So I don't know if you noticed, but kind of the theme of this store was they had a lot of weird flavors of things, a lot of unhealthily flavored things, you know, with the natural flavoring and everything. So it's a toss-up. I don't think I'll be coming here too often. It was a great place to go. I did buy like 3 or 4 bags of like just snacks to stock up on for the summer because we're going camping 4 times here at the beginning of this summer. So it was a good time to go. But I think I will stick to some of my other ones that I like better. Sharp Shopper, even if you guys live along the East Coast, you'll know what I mean by that. They have a lot of the same type of feel things, but they have a better bulk section, which, did I mention I'm such a fan of that? But yeah, you're not gonna be catching us trying out Twix brownie mixes and cotton candy cookie butter or anything like that. So anyway, all that was left to do was to head down the road and get all the groceries unpacked. So I'm up here getting ready for the evening. I just changed into a blouse and denim again. I don't know, for some reason I'm feeling denim. I think it's also because it's going from like winter into spring, and sometimes it's just hard to know what to wear, and denim I just feel like fits every occasion. We're not like getting that dressed up, but we are going to a classy golf course. Well, we're eating at it. It's like a country club. So I've never been, I'm very excited, but more details on that in just a bit. It's actually a celebration for something, but I think I'm gonna wear perfume tonight. I rarely do. By the way, the cloth cotton pouches are restocked on my website. I love to use it for like my makeup bag and my diaper bag. I actually organize it with like 3 different pouches, like first aid, toys, and personal items, that kind of thing. So I did not recomb my hair, but I think I need to maybe use a little hairspray. It was windy today. Another thing I used while I was getting ready was my Harry's razor. I posted a reel on Instagram of me telling a story about Josh being gone, which is gonna totally tie into this video too. But Harry sponsored that video and you guys loved it. A lot of people watched it. So yeah, follow me on Instagram if you're not. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that my link is still good. Right now, when you go to harrys.com/meganfox, you will be getting their starter set for just $5 when it's normally $13. And I love Harry's because their razors, they're not only pretty. My husband has the ocean one, and then I have like the sage color. They also have an orange color, ember I think they call it. But the blades are super comfortable. They have their own foaming shave gel that comes along with the starter set. I don't even use this, my husband does, but I don't because their blades are just that comfortable. You really don't even need a shaving cream. But in the starter set, you get the 5-blade razor, the handle, and the cover, as well as some foaming shave gel. And Josh and I both use Harry's, so that makes it really nice and easy, and it's a subscription, so you never have to worry about running out of razors, which is the worst. I can think of so many times in my life where I'm in the shower and I don't have the product I need. Then I have to get out, freezing cold, try to find what I need and get back in again. Well, that never happens with razors because we get them by the month, so that's super easy. And they're German engineered and they work really well, if I didn't say that already. But yeah, thank you Harry's for sponsoring this portion of the video. I think for shoes tonight, I'm gonna just wear some basic sandals. It's kind of cold for sandals, but 'tis the season, right? I feel like wearing sandals tonight. Sorry, I'm just putting cocoa butter here on my lips. I know that's like the weirdest thing, but I have a whole jar of it for when I was pregnant, and it feels so good on those like wind-chapped lips. I feel like spring is just so windy, and my lips are always dry, so that's a little life hack for you there. And I want to exfoliate my face so bad, like it's very textured down here and I'm getting zits, but I also don't want to like scrub off my tan from Arizona. Vain, I know. But I also don't want to like sit out in the sun and take time to get tan again. Like it's not the best for your skin. And I do use sunscreen most days with my skincare routine. But anyway, while I have my tan, I kind of want to leave it on. So it's okay, it's okay. I look fine. It's all good.
It's actually pretty bright.
I think that's nice lighting. It's like gloomy and cloudy. Anyway, we are on the road to go to kind of a, what, a celebration supper?
Yeah, kind of.
Yep. Yeah, there's been a lot of changes lately, and we thought we should fill you guys in. This has been like the biggest change, since, except for our 3 kids and moving house.
Yeah.
Right? I would say.
Much.
Here, I'm gonna lose the coat. If you guys have followed my channel, Josh is you're like a supporting character. He's in and he's out and whatever. I don't know how much you even know about him, but he's been in construction for, you had your own business now? Well, like how many years?
7 years.
7 years, yeah.
Not
so
quite, 6 3/4.
Yeah, and he quit his job. He shut down his business, and yeah. He's working for me now. No, I'm kidding.
No, that didn't happen.
We talked about it for like 2 minutes.
My brother quit back in December. Beginning of December, he told me that he's got a job offer from the company my dad works for. So anyway, he quit. I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm working by myself. I had no idea. Then one day...
You basically straight up had a midlife crisis.
Yeah, I did.
Have any of your husbands, has that ever happened to them? Like, and what did you do? Let me know down below. It's like rough. I don't know what it is. This is definitely an American thing where your identity becomes like your occupation. Like that's who you are. Like,
that's probably an American thing.
Anyway, so I literally felt like Josh died because he didn't want to do it anymore.
The point where I got burned out. I really did. I got straight up burned out. And
so
I
then
got tired of the book work. I got tired. I mean, the work was okay, but then the book work that goes with it, got sick of it. Like, I was not having fun. You got to work 50 hours a week to pay the bills, and then you got another 20 hours of paperwork and book work that's got to get done too somehow. It's not like...
You were working really hard.
It's too much unpaid time when you work by yourself in general construction. There's
guys out there that love it though.
There is, and God bless them. I don't know how they did it. Now, if I would have specialized in one thing and streamlined to just one thing, it completely changes. You have a lot less paperwork, a lot less bookwork.
You should have been an electrician.
Easier estimating. Yeah, should have been electrician or plumber. They all make a killing. No, but at any rate, so brother quit. I didn't know what I'm gonna do.
You didn't really look for jobs though.
Nope. I was planning to keep right on working. I was gonna work by myself, and then I got a phone call somewhere about the middle of January from somebody I've known for many years. I've done a lot of work for him. Great offer. But we should tell him where it is. First. Okay. So it was.
He took a job, not working for me.
Right, but we should tell him.
That was a rumor going around that Josh quit his job to come work for me.
Yeah,
which
that was
I guess
first
that's
rumor
fine, but that's just not us, and like that's not Lancaster County really either. I don't feel.
Definitely not. But September Farm Cheese in Honeybrook, Pennsylvania. The owner there, I've known him for many years. In fact, I went to school with his kids when I was little. So I've known, like, we carpooled to school together. So I knew him really well. He called in the week before I went to Florida, and I said, look, the offer is awesome. Like, I'm going to actually think about this, but I'm heading to Florida. Give me some time to think about this. So I got back from Florida, told him, yeah, I'm interested.
But it wasn't that easy.
Right. Well, we did a lot of contemplating over that time. But
yeah.
I called him and said, look, I'm interested. I'm not totally sure. I'm just going to need some more time to think about it. But anyway, it ended up taking me probably, 2 months of contemplating and...
Oh, the longest 2 months ever. Like, we all knew what he was going to decide. Like, why is he dragging it out like this? Like, I knew from day one, as soon as he told me about it.
I had to get you on board.
The other thing was, the timing was so weird.
Right, the timing is what? It seemed like God was opening up a door.
He didn't even know anything about you wanting to, like, find something else or figure something else out.
So, at any rate, we finally decided, you know what, I think this is the right move. So
what do you do, Josh? Tell people what you do.
So my job description...
Well, basically, September Farm is like a destination. Like, you go there, you get, it's like a coffee shop, but it's also...
an ice cream shop.
It started out as a cheese shop.
Yeah,
like, they made their own cheese on the farm, and then they moved down the road. And so it's, like, really cute. Like, it needs to go on every, like, Lancaster County tourist trip list, but also, like, the locals love it. We go all the time. They do, like, music events in the summer, and it's like an actual destination. Their food is just phenomenal, and their cheese, they actually, like, sell it in lots of other stores. They private label their yogurt out to places. So yeah,
and
it really
private label some of their cheese out too.
Yeah, it really all started with the dairy products or whatever. But yeah, now they have like the cheese nook where you can like order a sandwich. They really specialize in their like paninis and anything with cheese if you think it through. But yeah, so that's like the whole corporation. But they were expanding, and so that's why they hired you. But now you have to tell people what your position is. This is hilarious.
So,
remember, he was a construction worker.
I'm a construction worker by trade. My nickname there is, they call me the Doughboy. So maybe that starts to give you an idea what I do. But anyway, we decided to start at donut and pretzel trailers, like a food wagons, food trucks.
This is the guy who always said there's no money in the food industry.
I did say that. I did say that already, but I've changed my mind.
But anyway, basically they started a donut and pretzel wagon there, and they're going to actually start, like, they're going to have, like, a couple more going all around. So basically, like, a mobile food truck, but the recipe is, like, insane. If you've ever had a Peachy's donut in Florida, same recipe.
Auntie Ruth down in Tennessee. Some of you might be familiar with them. There's also Locals Donuts out in Oregon, is the name of one.
But he went down to Tennessee to learn how to make the dough.
Trained. We bought the recipe, highly secret recipe.
Oh, brother, yeah, that gives him power. He thinks he's so special.
It's all up here.
This is the guy who can't even make a waffle without like freaking out.
Well, now I make something better than waffles.
Tomorrow was their opening day. Today was like their soft launch, and we went into September Farm Josh showed me around and everything, and yeah, he was like making his. It's hilarious, like mixing it all up, and there's special procedures and whatever. Cracked me up, but boy,
there's a science to it.
I'm like his biggest critic. He will admit that. He will not say that I'm like, oh, like I just say everything he does is great.
No, some days she's a fan, some days she's not.
Well, I mean, if I don't tell you the truth, who's going to tell you the truth?
The biggest fans are usually the most critical, so.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You're my biggest fan, you're also my biggest critic. So
if you fail, I fail is how I look at it. Oh. So I got to tell you, I was like, these things better be phenomenal. And they were exceptional. Yeah. I took the boys there today while the kids were at school. So yeah, if you're a local, definitely come to September Farm and you'll see Josh. Maybe you'll see me. I don't know.
Big
I'm there,
life
here,
changes.
and there. But yeah, it feels really weird. It's like now I'm married to, I mean, That's not what you do. You're like the coordinator. Right now, you're helping with the donut truck to train everybody and stuff.
Yes. My main position there is to be kind of the manager of the wagon. I need to know everything that operates in that thing, how it works. I can train people. I'm also in charge of maintenance on the store.
Your job description you brought home was like 2 pages long.
It was 2 pages long. Yeah. But I get to go to work at 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock, and come home and be done with work at the end of the day. That's why I'm excited for it. It's not something I've had in 7 years.
You were planting wildflowers the other day. You're making like paths. It's like a destination. So they have big ideas and all the stuff they want to do. You're the maintenance guy too, right? And all that. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I felt a little sheepish. Like, do I title this big news? What do I say? Because maybe some of you don't care at all. But I know there are some of you out there that can identify with like the career change of a husband or maybe yourself. And how it feels like such an identity shift.
It's a big switch, yeah.
Yeah, and we're still figuring it out. Like right now, I feel like it's a little rough. Like starting any new business is always a little rough at the beginning, just because like of all the hours you have to commit to it.
It's a lot of sacrifice.
And I just hope there's some light at the end of the tunnel.
There is. There really is. And I saw it today with working with the girls. I won't have to be near as involved and have to put in quite so crazy hours, but
I think the thing I'm most jealous of is that he gets to go to work with people. Like before it was fun. You and your brother, you know, whatever. And I'm at home with the kids a lot and whatever. So it's just interesting. Like he gets to be with coworkers, and like I feel like some of your coworkers, like other managers and stuff, are like kind of can be like business mentors to you and like whatever.
Yeah. It's fun. Business meetings, like it's all
it's a whole new world.
It is. It really is. So
yeah, I was not thrilled with the whole idea of giving up being self-employed. Like there's just so many perks with that. You're free as a bird. You go when you want. You don't have to ask anybody's permission. I was joking with him. I was like, I feel like I'm married to your boss too, because now I have to ask him if I can go on vacation first and stuff like that. So we're definitely a little more tied down. It was going to have to happen because Evonnie is now going to be in school, and we did not choose the homeschool lifestyle, so we are tied down to a school schedule. So it's just a very different grown-up era of life, I feel, and I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, there's definitely exciting parts about it. It takes a while to absorb sometimes, and I don't know how. I'm not there necessarily, but seeing that you love it makes me think that at least hopefully it'll work out.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. We'll have an update on how the thing's doing. So far, our day today was fun. We had a lot of fun. Made a lot of donuts today.
Yeah, and by the time this video goes out, they'll be rolling for like a week at least. So definitely go say hi. I was telling Jaina we should do a meet and greet there sometime. So I'll have to see what James says about that.
I'm sure he'd be fine with it. Anything, we would love it. We would absolutely love it.
Anyway, we should get to supper. We're going to a golf course, actually, Honeybrook Golf Course, another like family-owned business. They have like a fancy restaurant there, apparently. Whoa.
It's a very good restaurant. They brought in a chef from, I forget where she's from, and
high caliber.
They're very good.
Anyway, so I have not had a Christmas work banquet in what, 5 years?
Yeah. Now
so
you get work banquets.
This is kind of the substitute for that, I guess. Good morning. Welcome to a rainy Friday. So tonight was supposed to be my friend's 30th birthday party. We were gonna do it outside on the patio at one of my other friends' houses, but it is a rainy, dreary day, so we actually moved the party here to my sun porch. So that's happening tonight, and I got up this morning, my house was a wreck. So the first thing I did when I got up this morning was clean up the upstairs and get all the machines going, laundry, dishwasher, everything, and I made myself a big gallon here of infused water. I just put some lemons, strawberries, blackberries, and then I used the tough leaves from my basil plants. You know how the basil plants have like the tender leaves and then they have like the big ones? So I used some of the bigger tough ones and stuck those in here. And my goal is to drink way more water than I have recently. Yesterday I got to the bottom of my cup at basically supper time, and this is only 5 cups. That was terrible. So I was like trying to drink a lot yesterday evening, And yeah, I decided I'm gonna make my water look more attractive, and the boys are all excited about it too. So I'm not gonna say I'm drinking this whole gallon myself, but it's technically not a whole gallon because there's fruit in there too, and the boys will help me out some too. So hopefully we can get that drink. And then I'll just keep refilling my mason jar, and I only like ice cold water. So I'm gonna have to drink it fast or it gets lukewarm. So anyway, it's kind of like a little game I'm gonna play with myself today. Did you guys see these berry boxes that I got off of Amazon? They're so cute. They came in a pack of 4, and I thought they made perfect little porch drop-offs, gifts. Oops, they were into lemon. Yeah, they're just so pretty. So I can link those below. I have my handy dandy planner here with the list feature. I have so much stuff I need to get done today for having the party here tonight. Yeah, some weeks I stay on top of my house, and this week was just not it with all the, you know, running back and forth and all that. I actually ran up to September Farm twice to hang out with some friends, and I don't know, it's just like exciting when something new happens. And I actually met some of you guys there because you saw me post about it on Instagram. So that was fun. It already has a little flavor. I'm tasting the blackberry and the lemon mostly. But yeah, so I have a whole list of things I need to do, and I thought to be smart, I would just get the things done for the party first, and then whatever, because I could clean all day, let's be honest. But then whatever time I have left, I will just clean. So that will dictate how much time I have and how picky I can be. And if I run out of steam, then it's just gonna be what it is. But my friends are coming a little early to help me set up, and I'll explain all that in a little bit. But we're having a fun Asian themed meal. My friend makes amazing chicken curry. Another one makes mango sticky rice. And anyway, I'm in charge of making Thai tea for when they get here. I'm gonna hand them each a cup of Thai tea, and I thought it'd be fun to do it as boba tea. So the first thing I need to do is steep my tea so it can chill in the fridge. I used Hannah B. Olsen's recipe. I'll put her link down below to hers. Then I'm gonna cook the boba so I can chill those. And I need to wrap her gift. Oh, the laundry's done. But yeah, since it's a rainy day, I'm actually glad about it because I was not really in the mood to clean. But now that it's dreary and rainy, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna have a cozy vibe going and get a lot done. What, Miller? What's up? You come to see Mama? Did you come to help Mama clean? Did you come to help Mama clean? Oh, you have lots of energy, don't you? You know, there is something to be said for not always like dedicating your whole life to productivity. I saw a movement of that lately on Instagram. Hey! And just like enjoying the moments and the people in your life and not always focused on productivity. But there is something to be said for a good power hour, power morning, productivity focused type of day, because you just get so much more done. So that's kind of how it's gonna be this morning as much as possible. I'm just gonna like crank it out, turn on a good podcast. I actually found a new one. I just typed in, I think it was homemaking on Spotify, and I found, I've only listened to like half a podcast already, but it's called Mother Like a Boss, and it sounds really like boss lady-ish. It's not, it seems like, I'll just read some of the titles to you. 8 Habits of a Tidy-ish Family, Starting When the Mess is Overwhelming, Digital Decluttering, 5 Routines That Changed My Life, How to Make Homemaking a Thing You Don't Hate, like a lot of stuff like that. Now, I'm not always in the mood for this type of thing, but I'm gonna be like cranking out chores. I like to hear somebody talking about it and like motivation, and it makes me feel like, you know what? I'm a part of this like big global motherhood plan. We're all doing motherhood and homemaking, and it's an important mission. And yeah, I don't know, sometimes you just need some company. And I try to post chatty vlogs too, so that hopefully if you like to listen to vlogs while you're working, you can kind of just listen in. By the way, this is my shirt that I ended up picking out in Sedona. Did you guys see that vlog? Josh just thought I had to pick out a shirt, and this was my favorite one. It's still not really my favorite. I think I'm gonna go on like jane.com or somewhere and find one that says Sedona on it. But for now, this is great. I'm gonna clean in it. It's cheery and bright, and Fletcher got a kick out of it. So anyway, enough blabbing. Can you tell I'm procrastinating? Let's go. So this is the tea that I use. It's off of Amazon, and it's a product of Thailand. Basically, it's black tea, and then they put like different spices in it to make it orangey. I think there's like tiger something in it. I'm not sure. Okay, this is our current sun porch situation. I came out here to clean it and I realized I do not want to clean it while everything's here. I should kind of set it up, but I don't have Josh to help me. I want to take all the patio furniture. I was gonna set it outside, but it is just raining. Yeah, so I don't know. Could I set it in my living room? But then what if we want to transition to the living room after we're done eating? I don't know. The plan is to take this long skinny board that I found out in Josh's shop, and we're gonna use these packing boxes over here as kind of like the legs to hide underneath, cover the whole table with a tablecloth, and then we'll just sit on the floor with pillows and kata blankets and stuff, because my friend actually was in Bangladesh for a year. It's definitely not ethnic, but we're cooking kind of like the Indian style food. So I need everything out of here kind of, and I don't really want to sweep now and then have Josh move it later. So I think I'm just gonna be a big girl, do it myself. I think it won't take me long. I just hope I don't break anything. It is later. I am covered in dirt and baby snot and all the things. But before I take a shower and get ready for the evening, I wanted to wrap her gift. She actually asked for a Bissell Crosswave. Yes, I said that right. And so hopefully this is the right model. She didn't ask us for it, but I asked her husband and she's like, she's been wanting one. I'm like, so I texted all my friends and I was like, so that seems like a really not fun 30th birthday present. And a couple of my like cleaning friends were like, oh my goodness, no, that would be so fun to, you know, have a new gadget or toy to, like, that would be a great birthday present. So I'm like, okay, sure, if you say so. I do know it is nice to sometimes get practical gifts, but we put all of our money together and so we ended up being able to buy her the Bissell Crosswave and a gift card to a spa. So she's gonna get some fun and some practical and something that lasts a long time and then something that's a little more temporary. So I think that's a good balance of a gift. But this box is huge, so I just ran up to Dollar General. I really wanted to go to Target because they usually have better prints. But I just grabbed this at Dollar General. So I'm gonna wrap this up really quickly and then I have to do some filming and editing for YouTube. And then I'll catch up with you guys when it's time to make the boba and the Thai tea and everything. So hopefully it works out. Listen to that. I don't think the camera's picking up the sound, but it's just sleeting rain. It's so cozy. The kids are down for their naps and Evonnie doesn't get off the bus for another hour and a half. I'm excited for a cozy afternoon. See you soon.
lost and hopeless, when I was at my worst, it's grace that you extended that I did not deserve. I am so amazed by all you have done. I cannot explain the depth of your love. Limits can't contain the heart of you, God. I'm amazed at the depth of your love.
Okay, it's almost time for everybody to show up, and I got, for the most part, everything done that I needed to. I wanted to wear a springy dress, and now it's like a rainy, cold day, but I decided I'm still gonna wear my favorite springy dress. This is the dress that I designed with Inherit Clothing Company, and yeah, it's just underneath a pullover, and I used that belt trick, which was such a pain in the butt to do, but I think it works. It's just like kind of puffs my pullover out over top, and I'm cozy, but I still feel a little springy as well. Anyway, I'm going to make these tie tees, but I'm going to turn them into bubble tees for whoever wants. So I'll probably just get as much of it done as I can. They'll be showing up as I get them done. And I'm sure not all of them are going to want bubble tea, but I have fat straws to suck up the tapioca pearls if they want those. And yeah, we can just sip on them while we kind of cook and get things ready. I think most of them are bringing their dishes almost ready to go. So I think it should be a fun evening. Poor Josh, he left last night with the kids because me and Jana were filming a Honey, I'm Homemaker episode. And now tonight he's getting kicked out of the house again because we're having our birthday party here. It wasn't supposed to be here. It was gonna be a gorgeous backyard patio setup. But yeah, it'll be in my sun porch instead. We'll make it fun. We always do. I'm excited. We're gonna like lay all kinds of like unscented candles all over the place and hopefully turn out the lights. And hopefully the rain keeps falling, since I mean everything's all wet now and it's 49 degrees outside. I would just love to hear that pitter patter on the roof. I think that would be really cozy. But we're not doing a birthday cake tonight. It's not her thing. She's not a cake girl really. I'm not either, but I love the tradition of a cake. But we are gonna be doing like mango sticky rice, and then we're each bringing our own favorite teacup and some tea, and we can like pass around different kinds of tea and stuff, which, oh my goodness, that reminds me, I need to boil some water. I have a tea kettle, so I have to remember to do that. But anyway, it's gonna be like a whirlwind of an evening, and I'll take you guys along as much as I can.
Your mercy came and found me, gave me a second birth. I'm overwhelmed and grateful. You took what I deserve.
Good morning, it's the next day. The girls left last night at like 9:55 or something, which is impressive because some of them have like an hour home. So yeah, it was just a very beautiful evening. The rain like pounding on the glass roof was just so cozy, and we actually opened a door at one point because we felt like all the candles were creating heat. It was crazy. You could like kind of feel it on the side of your face, whichever was facing towards the candles. Anyway, it was just so cozy. Josh got home with the kids around like 9 o'clock and he put them to bed, and yeah, we just kept hanging out. It was so fun. We do a little tradition when a girl turns 30 where we call ourselves girls, whatever. When one of my friends turns 30, we go around and share a memory and a blessing over her, or like something we admire about them. And I feel like the more girls we do it for, the more like long-winded we get, and it's so fun. So yeah, definitely introduce that into your birthday parties for your friends if you do not. It's just so life-giving and so fun, and we just talked about all kinds of, like, I don't think we talked about our children hardly at all. We talked about mothering and like family dynamics and things like that. It was just so good, and it felt so unique being in the dark sun porch with the candles everywhere. And we did not do a birthday cake. She's not a cake girl. Like I said, we did the mango sticky rice, which was so good. I need to get the recipe. It was delicious. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed coming along on this one. It's gonna be a little bumpy ride here as we figure out life with Josh at his new position, and it's just new and I hate change, and so it's just gonna take some time. And yeah, hopefully it's all good things in the future. So anyway, check them out if you're ever in the area at September Farm. Maybe you'll run into Josh or me, and maybe I was telling Jana we should do like a meet and greet there sometime, but I don't know if I'm the meet and greet type of person, but let me know if you would come. And also check out Harry's to get your $5 starter set. Other than that, I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for being here. Bye everyone.